It's in the game.
PlayStation.
Red and white lights galore as we barrel towards this clash here on Tobacco Road. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. And that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands.
Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Jones. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wilson to pass. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Salter. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. He wants to throw it again. Spins away from the defense. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Look out, he's got room. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Now from inside the red zone. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Makes the grab. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the 1st points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Syracuse's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, stick?
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Oh, he missed it. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow at 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's James. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Wants to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. He's looking to pass. Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, Syracuse. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win if there ever was one.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping it. Oh, he's got some space. And I sure they were going to be able to catch, and they finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Wilson will throw. Good timing on the quick out. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a 1st down. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. On the option. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. 3:25. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. There's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Off the play fake on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Wilson to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Got a man, it's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Makes the catch. It's James.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on him. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Finds a man on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Willis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Jukes his way for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it. Catch in the middle, it's James. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game, on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wilson will throw. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, NC State! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish that.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Still running at the 40. Lots of running room. The 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Orange. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Power football with the run. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turning it on. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Unloads it left. Got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. On the option. He'll toss it. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's the slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game,
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, keep it, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again.
There he goes. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Clark.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Handoff to the lone back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Clark. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The short hands, it's Willis. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Going for the goal line. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Syracuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed.
Wilson to pass.
Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. And off to Jones. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Salter. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's out past the 35. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get it.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Orange line up here on 3rd and inches. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Touchdown, Cuse! And the route is on. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
35, NC State 10.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Orange. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Wilson will throw. Oh, they're after him. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.